Mm-hmm.
related to how we connect to Earth, connect to Mother Earth, nature. Because
Mm.
we are moving away from everything, right? So, with all
Mm-hmm.
the gadgets and everything, how do we connect to Earth? So, yesterday we did this circle time. I'll just, because there are only two of us, let me just, everything is so much related to what we do anywhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
Excuse
So,
me, ma'am. Ma'am,
yes.
what are you explaining about? Could you please explain? I just joined now, so I don't know what are you talking about, please.
Okay, okay. Yeah, sure, sure.
Sorry. Thank
Yeah, yeah,
you.
no, no problem, no problem. No, no, me and Shambhavi were talking about how we are going to go about today's session, right? Like what are we planning and what are we doing? So I was just sharing about this book that yesterday in our library we had a circle time with the author. This book's name is Soul Forest and the Children Who Heard the Earth's Secret. And it has many, many
Mm.
chapters. Each chapter is about 2 pages, 3 pages, and it addresses one part of Earth and what is happening and what is our
Mm.
takeaway. What can we do about it, right?
Oh,
And it's
beautiful.
like telling to a father is talking to his children, to young children. So let me just read out quickly. Shambhavi, is it okay?
Yeah, yeah.
Because how I was connecting to this book was we are also doing the same thing with music, what this book is doing. Basically, our body is made up of Panchabhūtas, and if we cannot connect to our body, then we will be disconnecting with the earth also. If we
True.
connect to our body,
That's
then through our
important.
body, we are connecting to all the five elements of the this one universe, right? This book is
Wow.
doing the same thing without music. It's another approach, but it is the same thing. So I'm just going to read.
Yes, we would like to listen because it's a lower body anyways.
Exactly, exactly. That is why I was like, so many connections are happening. So I am just picking up, okay, I'm just closing my eyes and picking up one page here. And let me see. This is chapter number 32,
Mm-hmm.
and the title is Fishy Business, What the Ocean Told Us. It was a breezy afternoon at the Pondicherry beach. The sun was out, the waves were gentle, and the kids were buzzing with excitement about trying to surf for the first time. Virat jumped into the water full of energy. Nana, watch me ride this wave, he yelled, paddling furiously on his board. Ira, on the other hand, was less thrilled. This board keeps flipping over, she grumbled. And just as she stood up proudly for the first time, splash, she fell right onto a jellyfish. Yeah, something stung me, she shrieked, rushing back to shore. We quickly rinsed her leg and helped her sit on a towel. Ira was fuming. I hate fish. They sting, they bite, they ruin everything. Virat giggled. Technically, jellyfish aren't fish, they are more like floating blobs. That doesn't help, Ira growled. I smiled and said, let's hear what the ocean has to say. It has seen a lot more than we have. The waves lapped gently, and then, just like that, a warm, deep voice began to speak. But the kids didn't flinch. By now, they were used to rivers, forests, and even burgers talking to them. I am the ocean, said the voice, calm and vast. Sorry about the sting, little one, but maybe I can share a bigger story, one that matters to all of us. Ira crossed her arms. Okay, okay, Ocean, I'm listening. Good, said Ocean, because I need your help. There is something troubling going on. It's called overfishing. What's that? Asked Virat, curious now. It's when humans take too many fish from my waters, more than I can replace, Ocean said. Imagine a mango tree. If you pick every fruit without letting it grow back, soon there will be no mangoes left. So we are taking too many fish? Ira asked. Yes, around one out of every three fish populations in my waters is being overfished. That means they don't get time to grow up. have babies, or recover. And when big fish like tuna or sharks disappear, the whole food chain gets messed up. But how does it affect us? Why, Virat asked. Well, said Ocean, fish help in ways you wouldn't expect. Big fish store carbon in their bodies. When they die naturally, that carbon sinks to the ocean floor, keeping the air cleaner. But when they are caught in huge numbers, that process stops, and climate change is already heating me up. So life inside me gets harder every day. Ira blinked. So, are fish like tiny climate helpers? Exactly, said the ocean. And more than 3 billion people depend on me for food, especially in countries where fish is the main meal. Virat nodded. So, if the fish disappear, do people go hungry? Yes, said the ocean, especially those who rely on me the most. Ira frowned. Okay, so what do we do? Ocean's voice softened. You can ask where your fish comes from. Choose fish caught in safe ways. Look for labels like Marine Stewardship Council's Fishery Standard, a globally recognized certification program for sustainable wild capture fisheries. Don't waste seafood and help reduce plastic that ends up in me. Every little thing helps. And jellyfish? Ira asked, still rubbing her leg. They are part of the story too, Ocean chuckled. When there are fewer big fish, jellyfish take over. They sting more people because they have fewer predators. Balance is everything. Ira sighed. Fine, I still don't like jellyfish, but I'll try to understand them. Virat nudged her. Want to go back in? I'll protect you from the jelly blobs. She laughed. Only if you paddle like a shark. As they ran back into the surf, I looked out at the rolling waves and whispered, Thanks, Ocean. This eye is the father. Thanks, Ocean. The ocean didn't answer this time. It just kept moving, quiet, deep, and full of stories. The fish may be small, but their story is huge. This is one chapter. How engaging it is,
I'm
for adults,
completely speechless. Beautiful.
right?
So beautiful.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
So I was thinking that maybe after
This is
every chapter is like this. Every chapter.
so
It's like the
beautiful.
Panchabhutas coming and talking to
Coming
us,
in, yeah.
like how powerful it is, and for children also. It is especially for the children only. But what the author yesterday mentioned was that because in earlier days, our nannies, grandmas used to read out stories like this, lot of moral stories, which gave us lot of insights into lot of things from childhood onwards. Now also children are being read to, but that culture component is little bit missing, like emphasis on these kind of books where, the
Beautiful.
uh,
Yeah.
Panchabhutas are being addressed and all that. So he was telling that by doing our own bit to read these kind of stories to children, we can also contribute to how we engage with the nature. And I was thinking maybe after the Nāda Pravāh course, I'll discuss with you, Shambhavi, to integrate this book into the music part, because it so much aligns. See, ocean is the water element. How we can and fish are inside the water. Similarly, in our water element, what are the emotions that are there which we engage with in music? How can we connect? So many options are there when we want to, connect and integrate. Namaste,
It's really, really beautiful. And I was thinking, yes, we should integrate in musical storytelling as well.
Yes.
Like, that we used to do Panchatantra, yes, we do with the kids when I go to the schools. And so when they have to ask questions also, so we make them only answer those questions, and the open-ended questions. But this was beautiful, like it's like the lower body talking to us.
Yes.
So
Yes.
it's very beautiful. So yes, we will integrate. I was just exploring the book on the Amazon as well. The moment you did that. So hi Shruti, namaste. Namaste Niketa, namaste Neha.
Namaste, Nikita. Neha.
So
Namaste,
we
ma'am.
have a lot of people now.
Yes.
Should we start our? Should I start with, or you will, Shobhaji, start with what, like the reflections, so that they all know, that.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So basically, I can start with mine. I already shared in the group as well.
It's very beautiful.
So, yeah. So I think the first, I'm doing only what I received from Shambhavi, because what I practice and share, I'm reflecting on that. But something that I received from Shambhavi that was new for me is I've been working on my head voice for quite some time, and all that is being done in music therapy, like the way the breathing is done and the way the sound is produced. All that is so relatable when we learn music itself. Now, when we learn music, I feel, especially Carnatic music, because it's heavily oriented towards lyrics, towards you start learning music with lyrics. It's not like Hindustani where you learn raga. You learn lyrics, you learn composition. Through the composition you learn the raga. It is like that. At least it was like that, and so many people that I know, they still follow the same method. But when I came to know about this concept of chest voice, head voice, was through film music, because I used to listen to people and their like voices going so high effortlessly. How can it go? And so I researched and found out there's a chest voice, there's a head voice. So Shruti, there was one question asked by you that I, with the practices, I'm not able to feel that much in the lower body. So when I was thinking about my own practice, and I was, seeing that, okay, am I feeling or am I not feeling, right? Because for me, feeling is whole. I don't focus, okay, whether I'm feeling in the stomach or, in the chest or in head. I don't. But what I observed was that the sound production that happens is the resonators are in the chest area and in the this area, right? So you will feel the resonance of the sound either in the chest or here. Because of that resonance, it is much more than what our internal chakra is doing. So we can, like, whenever there is a louder sound, the feebler sound you can't hear. So you have to be in silence to be able to hear the feebler sound. And that is why once you do the practice, once you come to the silent state and then see what is happening, that was one thing that I felt. Because with Qigong practice also, I feel that when you do the move, it is especially because if you do like that round of the waist and you're tapping on the stomach and all that, you can see the energy. But only when after you become still is when actually you can feel what is the energy doing in the body. Energy has got generated, but if you are still, then where is it moving? Am I feeling tingling sensation? Am I feeling a movement from up to down or down to up? All that can happen only when we are still. So I thought maybe that is one thing that you can try, Shruti, or maybe you have already tried, to be in silence and then observe. And this is because also what we think of the chakra, we cannot see it, we can only feel it, right? So how one feels is very different. As long as some feeling we have in the abdominal area, in the chest area, in the head area, I think that is fine. As we keep exploring, yeah, I wanted to share this as a part of the mind exercise, but it is just coming today. So let me share. So there is this person from whom I'm learning psychology. His name is Kane Ramsey. He's a Scottish person. And he shared about his story, saying that he was into army and then now he is into psychology. So he was supposed to be leading a troop of 7 or 8 people into jungles. That's a form of an exercise for him to get his next promotion. So the his senior gave him a map and showed that you have to go from point A to point B, and this is the map. He saw the map And this was a time when there was no Google and nothing. You can't see anything online. It is just paper maps, right? So he saw the map, and immediately his mind said that, okay, this is a shorter route, so let me take this route, so we will reach early. So he started going in the shorter route, and they found that because of the weather, the rain, and that had a very different terrain, right? That shorter route had a very different terrain. The map tells in general what is it, but it doesn't tell the terrain. Just give me 1 second. So it doesn't tell the terrain. So instead of taking whatever was the normal way, if they have gone the longer way, it took them 3 more hours to actually reach, and with all the people like falling into various places, and then they were getting sick and all that. So he used one phrase: the map is not the terrain. It's a map, it's not the terrain. So when I thought about our course at that point in time, I thought that whatever we are sharing, what me and Shambhavi are sharing, it is the map. Okay? When you apply that, you will find what is your terrain and what that
Navigations.
means, right? So that is what I was trying to share in this presentation, because we want to know how you felt applying our map to your terrain, and what did you feel? What are your reflections? Not the same thing. Is it not clear? Are you
It's
able to
clear.
hear?
It is clear for me.
Okay.
Poonamji, it is clear. Yes, the voice is very clear.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hopefully the recording will be clear. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So that is the idea. So today, when you share your experience, like for me, many things happen. I got more clarity about the breath work. That why, when Shambhavi said that when you inhale stomach in, what is happening even in the stomach, right? There are lower stomach, middle stomach, and upper stomach. So when we say, and then there is under the rib cage, whatever portion we have, that is the one where we want to stress when we want to exhale. So inhalation, let's say inhale, the stomach, right now only we can practice. We can keep a hand on our stomach and one hand on our chest. As we inhale, the stomach is going to come out. That's because the air is going to flow in, and it is going to push the diaphragm down. So the stomach is going to come out. But if you keep on breathing, because we are filling up our chest, what is going to happen is that the flow to the stomach, that will, because the diaphragm has already reached one point, after that the chest is going to expand 360. You can feel the chest expanding if you keep your hands on the sides of the ribs. So it will expand here on the sides and on the back, the chest, right? When that happens, there will be uh, we will feel like stomach is going in, but it's not going in, it is actually there. Chest expansion makes us feel that stomach. This is how my terrain, I'm talking
Yeah.
about here,
Yeah.
right? So that is for inhalation. Now for exhalation, what is happening is there is something called apogeo. This technique is for opera singers. They sing really high, right? So what happens is that when they have to reach the high note, after they inhale, exhaling, the stomach is going to push in, because the diaphragm has to come out up, the air to expel. So that will go in, but you have to push the side of the, you have to push so that the side, the stomach portion which is just under the diaphragm is like pushing like on the sides. So when that happens, there are two forces acting: the stomach coming in and this pushing, so it feels like stomach is going out.
Yeah.
So that's how I figured out, like,
Wow.
uh, what is this inhalation exhalation about, right? So so another thing that came while I was thinking, I mean, doing this exercise, was there's always a layer beneath a layer beneath a layer. And when we try to look at one layer and understand, we will ask more questions and it will allow us to go into the next layer down. So all this course that we are doing here, for every one of us, if it helps us go one layer below to ask, then that's what this course is about. Whether through music, whether through whichever way, music of course is part of this, but that thinking also and the feeling also is part of this course, right? So yeah, that was one thing that I shared. The other thing, I'm not having my phone, so I don't know what all I shared, but
So yeah, I have it. I inhalations and apogeo, and then you understood that air is that to be inhaled depends upon what you are going to do in exhalation.
yes,
That's what
yes,
exactly said.
yes.
That's
Actually,
nice one.
that is something I didn't know this earlier. Okay, Shambhavi. As I was researching, this person told it so beautifully that let's say that you are going to sing mm, only one phrase, Om. That's all, and not for a longer duration, short duration. For that much, how much air you have to inhale depends on how much you are going to exhale and sing. If
And
you
how
if
much you regulate.
Exactly. That's a balance, right? So my inhalation will depend on my exhalation. It's not irrespective of exhalation. It
True,
depends.
true.
Why? Because if I inhale too much, then my exhalation will be shorter and I can't inhale again on top as much as I did earlier. When things are fully empty and when we get, there's a beautiful feeling. But when it's not empty and we are putting more, it doesn't feel good because I have not exhaled the carbon dioxide fully so that I can
True.
inhale the oxygen,
Yes.
right?
So
So
we
such a
don't exhale because otherwise it will go.
yes,
Yes. So
yes,
we won't be able to sing more.
yes. So such a small thing, but such a
Yeah.
profound thing, right?
Uh-huh.
Another thing that person shared was inhale. Don't think about diaphragm. Nothing. Inhale and allow the air to come in. That was a very beautiful phrase for me.
Uh-huh.
You are not doing when we start to inhale like this, then I am making an effort. But when I inhale when I allow the air to come in, my effort is very minimal. I'm just allowing the air to come.
Effort is minimal.
Yes,
Correct.
effort is minimum. So all this we can try. It's not going to happen in one day, especially for me at least. It's a very new thing when I started with my head voice. Now it's been quite some time, but still, you guys are very young. So all this, whatever you are trying, it will have a deeper effect when you try it for a long period of time. Whatever you want to try. So that's something. Allow word is so much important.
Yeah.
And then yes, Shruti.
Ma'am, when you say head voice, what do you mean? If you could share a little bit more about head voice.
Yes,
I mean, and
yes.
what are you sort of differentiating it from?
Yeah. For us to understand what a head voice is, speaking voice. When I'm speaking, definitely I'm feeling the resonance in my chest because I'm speaking. If you start speaking to yourself, you will know where the sound resonates. So sound is produced, but then it needs to resonate in one container so that it becomes little louder. It is audible. So when I speaking voice is chest voice. Now imagine a owl hooting, right? Ooh, 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 right? Now do the ooh and see where is that resonating. Yeah, that's head voice, right? So when we sing, we need to transition between the chest and head voice. And there will be a one place where the chest voice will transition into head voice. It's called that range is called mixed voice, but it will be very different, especially for
It is mixed
yeah, it is mixed, right?
because it's originating from the back, the down two registers. It is coming out from here
Yeah,
somewhere. It is
yeah.
reverberating.
Yes, Shruti.
So does that mean when we go to the higher notes, we use more of the head voice? Like
So
the
if
upper
you use,
sa and then the sa re. Agar the upper saptak, if we go to, then we have to use the head voice.
you have to use the head voice. Yes, you have to. But what happens is, like, I am trained in Carnatic music. I have been always told that you should sing loud. You should sing loud. This is how sometimes we get the training. When that happens, your chest voice becomes very strong, and you try to push the chest voice up. And that's when you push the chest voice up, that will be very strainful on the throat. So this is another thing that I learned, was that when you allow the air, I think Shambhavi also mentioned one time during the course, when you allow the air to uh, create the sound, it's effortless, because the air is pushing and making that the vocal cords vibrate. But there are muscles in the throat which you can constrict and expand so that the vocal cords vibrate too. But then if you use those muscles will get very tired soon, so you can't use it for a long period of time. And so the minimal use of muscles here, the air should be how the vocal, it should push the vocal cords to vibrate, not the muscles which are holding. It will also be useful, but not very much. So all this, because these are internal organs to us, right? So we can't see, but we can feel it. So that is how, for example, let me, for me, for example, but I don't want to take too much time, because then we won't have time to hear you. So this all we can take when we, on the next question answer session. But this is one thing very, very useful. If you are basically primarily a chest voice singer, then we have to train the head voice. If you are basically a head voice singer, then you have to train the chest voice. So it is both ways. Some people are naturally head voice, and that is why even in the healing space, what we are naturally, we won't be able to tell the difference, because it comes to us naturally, right? But if we have worked hard for it, then we know what it takes to work, because we are not bestowed with that naturally. So we have worked hard, and that is when we can share, like, how to work. Something that comes naturally, we won't even know, like, sometimes, not all, but sometimes it happens. Yeah, so that was one thing. I think this was about the breathing thing. Did I share anything else? I just wanted to give a general idea about what you can share from your terrain of applying whatever so far you have learned. Qigong, anyway, I keep regularly doing it, so there is nothing for me to share there. But one thing definitely, after module 1, if any of you did not have a body practice earlier, and that could be one of the goals, or one of the things that you could look forward to, do a body practice daily. Because body practice is not only about body, but it is about taking our thoughts and feelings to action. That action happens through body. And that's the significance. Anytime we struggle with not completing certain thing, or not taking certain thing after some time, that means that we are not completely aligning with the body. So body is all about action. So since module 1 is all about body and the lower 3 chakras, so that would be something I would want us all to see, how we can take whatever it is to practice into. If you're already practicing something with the body, then integrate your practice with that. If not, start something with the body. It helps us to take something and complete it into an action. Yeah. So I think I'll stop here. So I want to hear what you are all experiencing, and how are you guys looking at practicing, and any questions, any reflections. So can I just go by whatever I see in the screen and go one by one, or you want to come and say that, okay, I will go next, like that? Okay, Shruti, since you are we can see you, so please go ahead.
So, ma'am, ma'am and everyone, so when I started, I was not finding a difference, which I shared on the group also, because um, I do practice the swaras every day, and I also was practicing the lower saptak, the kharaj. So, but when I had a call with Shambhavi ma'am, what I realized is that I need to feel something in the lower abdomen, the part where the chakras that we are really working on. I need to lower the pitch further, and when I did that with ma'am, I could actually feel something in the middle abdomen region. And which ma'am said with practice, I need to take it further down. Um, Now, since I've been practicing after our call, Shambhavi ma'am, there are some times where I'm not able to make out, like it's not a soft sound like you were saying. So one of the distinctions that ma'am made me aware of was that when the sound comes from the middle abdomen, it'll be a softer sound. And when it comes from the throat region, then it is a harsher sound. Again, it's all comparative. Um, and so I think right now it's very new for me because it's just been 2 or 3 days. So I think I need to work on this a little more to be able to say anything. But yes, now I know what it feels like to feel that sensation in that region. And now I know that I need to go deeper in that. And if I am not able to get the soft sound, then also ma'am explained that then I should just sort of go, matlab, make, even if the sound is not coming, just allow air to pass and just practice with that, and slowly the sound will come. And in ma'am singing, from that lower pitch, what I could really see that the lower you go, it gives a very soft, the softer it is, and the more like right now, just to compare with the head voice, the owl hooting was much more sharper, shriller, and versus that, this is much more, so I could relate to the word grounding that we use for the lower chakras. So that is something, but I'm still, like I said, in the like very new and in the practice of it. So that is something that I could feel. What has been new for me, ma'am, is that I have been singing Sa Re Ga Ma, but I had no clue that the Sa is connected to which chakra and the Re is connected to which chakra. So now I am much more aware and conscious when I'm singing that, oh, the Ga is actually working on this region of my body, or the Re. So the connection between music and the body, I feel the awareness has grown through whatever work we've done with both of you so far, which was not there earlier. That's where I am. Also, couple more things. I think again, just given we started, I have been interested in the chakras and the healing through that, but had not put it that much into practice or action so far. I think again, after we started this program, there were few things which I had been procrastinating. So there is someone who I follow. His name is Dr. Vasant Lad, who's into a lot into Ayurveda, right? And I had been thinking that I want to. He has been doing a program on the chakras, on each chakra, and connecting that to Ayurveda as well. And for some time, I'd been thinking, I will do, but I actually was, I was like, okay, now is the time. Let me connect that and what we are doing in music therapy together. So I actually signed up for that. That was one. And the second thing was just yesterday. Again, I came across this on Instagram. There was a course, I mean, there was a short 2-hour workshop that someone was running here. I'm in Bangalore right now. So here in Bangalore, on Panchabhūt. So it was so interesting that when the moment I joined the call, you were talking about that. is exploring the Panchabhutas through conscious movement, like movement of the body. So we literally went through each, like earth and then water. And it was so palpable when so they were playing music. They were first asked all the workshop participants to say, okay, when we say earth, what comes to you? And just one word we said, so someone said grounding, someone said root, someone said something solid, etc., etc. And then we had to explore that concept through our body. So that was really, really beautiful. And one thing which really struck me in that work was when we did the fire element, we'd done earth, we'd done water, and then we went into fire. I actually was sweating. I mean, I was feeling hot. And it was not just me. We had to literally open the door of the studio because we all suddenly started feeling, like there was a lot of warmth or heat in the room. So how we can actually bring forth each of these Panchabhutas which are inside of us and like at an experiential level is something very, very beautiful. So thank you.
That's wonderful, Shruti. Thank you so much for sharing. Can you share the link to that workshop?
I will share that because I think we are going to different cities right now. And the interesting part is that this particular one is actually free. So the moment they fill up the number of slots that they have, they'll end it. And of course, after at the end of it, they say if you want, you can sign up for a teacher training, which is obviously not free. But this gives you a taste of the work. So I'll share about that on our.
Thank you so much. And it's also easily relatable because you are moving the body and everything you can feel, right? This energy work, chakra work is little bit, subtle. So, but that movement work is more pronounced. So thank you for sharing.
And also, when you focus on each element or energy one at a time, I think for the first time also just given the space, I was focusing on the bodily sensations much more than what we do in our usual course of life. I mean, like you were saying, we don't even focus on what is happening in the body. Living at such a surface level, if I don't go down to different layers to actually see what the body is saying. Yeah.
Very beautiful. Thank you so much, Shruti, for expressing things so beautifully. It is awesome that you are taking a lot of interest. Thank you so much.
Nikita, would you like to share?
Okay, ma'am. So I don't have a lot to say, but as Shruti told, I understood that I am also experiencing things on a surface level itself. I'm not going deeper. And when I first started the practice, and to be very honest, I was not consistent. But whenever I did the practice, I was not able to feel anything in my body also. And I was just allowing it to come out, and I was just trying to see. I was not forcing anything. I was trying to see if I could feel anything like organically. But then in my case, I understood that I should be focusing on the technique very precisely. So what I did is like I started focusing on the breath very precisely, focusing on that particular chakra, and became like concentrated on that particular area, and did the so that okay, I'm able to feel some audible. I think my connection is unstable. I'm audible?
Yes, now you're audible.
Okay, I think my connection is unstable. That's why I asked. Okay, so then what I understood is like if I use the Bij mantras, you gave these Bij mantras, right? Lam and Vam. So while I'm singing that, I'm able to feel it a little bit more. like on an intense level. The other sounds I'm not able to experience it very deeply. But as you told, Lam and Vam, the rishis gave it so that we understand it. Like there is no need for us to go to a certain pitch, right? So that I'm able to experience more. And also after you shared that voice message with Shruti, I started singing in a lower pitch. So with the lower pitch, I am able to experience even more. So I focused completely on the technique. So I understood that in my case, a little bit of discipline and technique and a structure is needed to experience my body. And what I understood new from this course is that obviously everything is new, but I understood on a deeper level like how these ragas is working. As you told, Vadi and Samvadi, that is the core thing that helps in healing. Like in the case of Mayamala Gaula and Bhairav, you told that Re is the Vadi and Ga is the Samvadi, right? So no, Da is the
Dha.
Samvadi. Dha is the Samvadi. So that focuses on a particular area, on a particular chakra of the body and how it helps, and how that chakra is related to different emotions, petals, different physical issues. And so I'm able to understand more about how this process is working, and the Nada Anusandan, like discovering my own inner sound, merging with it, consonants, things like that. So that's it.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Thank you so much, Niketa.
Snehal. Snehal, would you like to share?
Hello, ma'am. Namaste. Namaste, everyone.
Namaste.
Yes, so for me, I have been aware of the way we were talking about chakras and energies and all that, but related to music, everything is new. Every little detail is new for me. So it's been really a good experience knowing all the things, and also since you have been sharing in the way of scientific terms as well. So knowing that all these things that you I was already experiencing, like the term earworm, I was like, okay, there is a term to this. This is not only happening with me. There is a term to when you are singing a certain, hook. It is going on in your head. So there is a term for it. So all these little things that has been there, but now there is a scientific base to it. So it does give a little bit more support to that kind of experience. So yeah, that has been something very a new thing that I have learned. Also, as I mentioned, I've been practicing meditation and chakra meditation as well. But I've been using the beach mantras, only the like in a very flat note, or I don't know how to say that, but in a very single note. But since like you have told how you have shared how you can, play with the notes and play with the tone of the particular sound, and it does make a lot of difference in the practice. So even like the root chakra, the lum sound, if you do it with lum, I'm not doing it correctly, I know, but it does make a lot of difference when you're practicing with that, how you say churning of the sound. So I'm practicing that, and I know it will take time to practice those notes and to reach that level of swaras, but it does give a benefit in the practice when I'm doing it that way. So yes, that has been very good experience for me, new learning for me. And other than that, the different ragas that we have been talking about, like Rag Bhairav, and in the Carnatic music style also, we discussed about the Malav Gauda Rag. So these things are very new to me, but I am trying to know more and more about it. You also shared, Shobha ma'am also shared the basics of the Carnatic music and Hindustani music. So I've been watching those videos videos as well to know more about things. So yes, it's a very new journey for me, but yes, it has been um, beautiful for me. Like I'm learning a lot of things, and it is coming all together. So it is making a lot of sense. So thank you, both of you.
Beautiful. Thank you, thank you. I'm so glad. I'm so delighted. Thank you
Yes.
so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Yeah.
Very nice, Nehal. So, are you learning music, or is it you are just exploring right now?
I would like to learn, but currently I'm not learning. I'm just learning and studying the things which have been shared in the group and in the classes. So I've been going deeper with that, but not learning the music specifically. As I think I did talk to you about this, that I would like to learn the music.
Yes, yes.
But yes, not now.
Yeah, yeah. Whenever time, because that's the best way to
Yeah,
actually feel it. Otherwise, yeah, you already know about it, right? So, like we can talk all about swimming, but unless we get into the
yeah.
waters, we can't swim.
There's
So
no, yeah,
similarly, same thing. So, yeah, I hope you.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Yes, sure, ma'am. I would think and plan out
yeah.
some days according to that, and I will
Correct,
talk
correct.
to you more about it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank
I
you.
mean, it's not like, with either of us, you could learn anywhere. But one thing is that since you are already into this course, many times what happens, at least in my experience, the way we use, so music is inherently therapeutic, but
Mm-hmm.
the way it is used can actually make it anti-therapeutic.
Yeah, correct.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you are already into this journey and you want to use music for therapy,
Mm.
then you approach people who are like that. They need not do music therapy, but they should understand. They should have an understanding of how to use music for benefit rather than to compare and compete and all that.
Yeah,
So
makes
that's,
sense. Yes,
yeah. Thanks.
Correct,
absolutely.
correct.
Yeah.
So,
Yes, sure, ma'am. I will take.
but,
I
but
will
Snehal,
consider
I'm
that.
really glad that you are able to explore, although you are a chakra healer, and you are trying to turn into different pages of that. So
Yeah.
I'm really glad about that.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for showing the path, ma'am.
we are we are pathless.
No, come on. You're guiding
Okay,
light to the path.
no, we are pathless and we are taking to that pathless, the road less traveled. So there is no path. It's just a journey.
Journey.
And there's no destination. Yeah.
Yes,
Nice.
absolutely.
So yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Snehal.
Thank you.
So, who is next, Neha or Sri Shailan or Harini? If one of you can turn. Um,
I'll go
Sri,
ahead.
Mr.
Hi, namaste.
Srisalan.
Namaste.
yes.
Okay, I regularly do yoga and pranayama as part of my regular activity. So I practice Shitali, Brahmari, and Nāda Shuddhi. And now what I started doing was integrating these practices, the Nāda Anusandhana, into my regular pranayama practice. So whenever I did, it took 20 to 25 minutes. I properly did that. And whenever I do that for next 2 days, I felt three differences. One is my breath control was improved, and then my voice is like I used to sing through head voice by default. So after practicing these pranayamams, this another anusandhan, I was able to sing through my chest voice without conscious. So that I'm able to do that, and the clarity and the fluency in the words that I speak, that has improved. But whenever I did that, I felt all these changes, but I didn't do it very consistently. So initially I did it for 2 weeks and I felt all the differences. After that there was a break. So now I definitely have plans to integrate it with my daily practice to continue doing it. So for me, yeah, as I already mentioned, for me to feel the differences, the vibrations and chakras, it takes some time for me. So I have to do it for long, at least 1 or 2 months to specifically feel the differences. But from the singing perspective, I already started finding the differences. So that's all pretty much I have.
That's very nice.
Very
Very nice.
nice. Very
Yeah.
nice.
Thank you
Thank you,
for
Shri
sharing.
Salan. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Um, Neha, would you like to go next? Or Harini, are you there? No, Neha.
Yeah.
Okay, Harini, would you like to go next?
Yes, ma'am. Namaste, ma'am. Namaste, everyone. Ma'am, actually, what I feel is I have the little knowledge about music and Veena too. Whenever it, for me, learning Veena is not a simple task. It took so many years to get for some extent only. Then also, whenever I play the Veena, I feel so much comfort and everything. By listening to your concepts and you people's knowledge and everything, I have the chance that I go much deeper into the what is what. I'm able to sense that. And what I'm feeling is right in the practical approach, like in your, like it is joining like that. What I'm experiencing now, I am able to visualizing with your knowledge. That is I am feeling right now. And but by the experiences of everyone in this class, I'm able to know the more knowledge also. Okay, this way they are feeling, in that also I'm learning from the other people also. That is my experience, ma'am. That's it.
Thank you so much, Harini. It was so cute and short. I mean, I felt it was so cute and,
It
like,
was very cute, yes.
right? A child actually feels. He doesn't think or she doesn't think. It feels. The child feels. It was like that. Now you are able to, what you are saying is that what you are feeling, you are able to connect why you are feeling that way. Or that is what probably you are trying to express is how I am understanding. So it was beautiful. Thank you for sharing, Harini.
Thank you, Harini. Beautiful. Very nice. Now I'm understanding when I say people to share all of your questions in the group. So why I say is sometimes maybe I'll miss the messages or something. So that's why I said even to Shruti also that okay, you please share it in the group so that if I am unable to answer, anybody else can answer. But now I understand the depth why I asked you everyone to share in the group.
One more
Thank you.
thing, ma'am. Everything is nothing, ma'am. Rather than Sanatan Dharma and this cycle and everything, this knowledge of spirituality, everything is flat, ma'am. This is the more and more highly, like it's like divine. No, not more than that. So much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Uh,
Divine people perceive divinity.
Thank you. Ma'am, my Veena is like which Veena I have with me. That is my mother's Veena. It's 60 years back. Veena.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful.
Whenever I touch also, I feel so much, ma'am.
That's true.
Thank you.
I think we have Neha. I think other than that, we are all done. And Poonam said she will share later. So, Neha, if you are there.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Yes. Okay. I would like to share with you all about I was learning about the stress and anxiety and depression related things, which I was also facing related to my career and my related to my future. So, one video I got on YouTube, and it was about the Muladhara Chakra activation, and there was a Bij mantra. They said that you have to just listen the mantra, and you have to imagine the Muladhara Chakra at your genital, and it is what we can say moving anti-clockwise direction. So you have to just imagine that. Then it will be activate your Muladhara chakra and it will reduce your stress and anxiety and you will feel grounded because at that time I don't know what is the mechanism behind that. why they said and why how it work on our body. So after that, I thought I should have researched about it. I go deep down in that, and then on Udemy, I got Shambhavi ma'am's music therapy class. So I was so happy that I got that class, and I learned so many things from that class. And from that, after that class, uh, I thought that anyhow I want to connect with ma'am, and it has manifested now. I'm in the I'm at right now. I talk with ma'am. I can share anything with her. So yeah, I manifested that things. So yes,
Much.
what I learned. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So what I have learned, literally, from that video and from ma'am's session. I've learned why it was grounded feeling I felt. So the Muladhara chakra correlates with the earth element, which we talked about the Panchamahabhutas and all. We all know that our body contains with the Panchamahabhutas. So our Muladhara chakra has a earth element basically, so that we can feel grounded. And after that, I learned more about the chakras and more about the Panchamahabhutas. So yes, if we practice about the meditation or on what we can say mantras, bija mantras, so definitely we will get that result. And I experienced that I cannot express you in the word because what I was feeling, and after 8 days my stress, my anxiety, my overthinking literally went down. And from that day, I decided to do that regularly. So from 2023, I'm doing this practice. Whenever I'll get the time, I'll do this Bija Mantra practice related to Muladhara Chakra, related to Swadhisthana Chakra. And so yeah, it feels so good. I just want to say thank you so much to Shambhavi ma'am, and right now Shobha ma'am. You're giving so much knowledge to us about our body, about spirituality. So yes, I'm very, very thankful. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Neha.
Thank
It's
you.
really beautiful to listen and to know that you already were doing Shambhavi's course, and it helped you so much. So wonderful to know.
So
Excellent.
beautiful. Thank you. And I'm so glad, so proud of you. So I'm left, right? So should I speak now?
Yes, yes, Shambhavi.
So first of all, I want you to, I have a lot of things to say. I would try to be more precise. So with this course, first of all, I learned this is all like everyone said, like Shruti said, it's all very abstract knowledge. Sometimes I don't understand what is the goal. Whether the goal is to the chakra things, but how can the chakra be goals? Because it is very abstract level. We cannot see the chakras. So how should we say that we are vibrating? Or so this is kind of, so this gives me a little, not doubt, but confusion. It's working on me, but when you pass on the knowledge to others, it gives you a lot of questions. And that is the beauty of teaching, that it gives you some question. So I get a question every time. I feel this is not this chakra thing. I am telling you on the path of the chakra, but basically am I healing the am I making you do the sensations right downwards? Am I making you do something in the body level, or in the breath work, or in the chakra level? When I'm trying to do something in the breath level, how can I say it's a chakra thing? Because breath is sometimes it gives me the question whether I'm working on your aura or breath, or voice, because most of the time we have discussed here the voice. So now the question is that I am doing about the chakras or the voice system. So it is kind of cluttered in the mind, and which is fine. Like, it's not that you are only cluttered, I am also cluttered in this phase. But and good part is that when I'm cluttered, I feel the need to be more clear. How can I structure, how can I concrete the whole knowledge, whatever abstract knowledge I got from the people out there, from the books, from my own experiences. So when I teach voice, I like Shobha ma'am said, like, that this is what I learned, first of all, I'm thinking she's being grateful to me. So I was reading the message as why she's grateful. I am really so blessed. Whatever I have in the plate, abstract thing, this is just an air in the plate, very abstract. And when I give it to her, she intensifies, she internalizes, and she gives me back to it. So I don't know who is more grateful, because she even more, like, there is something when you experience, and then for the teachers, for a guide, there should be something to express more. Voice wise, yes, I express things because I have nobody has taught me these things. Because my gurus, when I was learning music, when you go to a guru, they will teach you on their levels. They won't come to the A. If they are already on that Z, right? So they will start teaching there. So I remember, like, all my gurus were already, obviously they were on that, so they don't understand when they say ki sur sadho. Sur nahi laga. Sur, I never understood ki that what do you mean sur nahi laga? Sur sadho. So sadho, I never understood that you have to internalize. Obviously so when they say sur sadho, they never told what was the real frequency of the swara. What are they trying to say? Even if I had 10 gurus, like some people taught me for 15 days, some for years, but I am fortunate to get a lot of gurus, but I didn't find anyone who says ki sur sadho, matlab the thing is that go to the right frequency. And what is the right frequency? So now I understand, it's not about what's the right frequency, it's about your feeling. How much you resonate, how much you synchronize. After a long time, I understood that. And even this voice thing, when I say, it's not there that initially when I learned it through my own self. Like Shobha ma'am wrote there that it's a West music thing. So when I learned West, so then I came to know this is not my voice. This is not our thing. This is not my pedagogy. So when I learned it, then I started feeling, okay, maybe my pedagogy is different. My Indian music pedagogy is different from them, because I was for some time I was in the US, like for 3 years, and when I learned that, so they used to point out, no, this is not you have to do, and this. So articulation or phonation. And the good part is West music is everything is structured in voice. Everything is structured, where, like, even if you do the voice technique, zzz, why you are doing that, why you are what's the science behind it, everything is. So this is a really good part. For Indian music, it's abstract. Still it's abstract. The Dhwani Samskar, it is written in the books. Dhwani Utpatti, you will get a lot of books out there. We have through the Veena also, you have the science towards it. But when it comes to teaching, it is not taught. It is not taught in the schools and even in the gurus. Like I said, why it's not taught? Because the guru cannot expect that people don't even know how to create a voice. And I was on that level. So I was scolded a lot, but I never understood when they say just very simple word, sur nahi laga, sur sadho. So this was now. So this is the one thing when, bridging the gap, and I'm kind of enjoying in this course of bridging the gap on, about taking the abstract to the any structured thing. So that's why when I had to tell people, so then I structured thing that, okay, you take it to the gut voice. I experienced it, but somehow to take it to the concrete level, I started, writing things that what I'm feeling. And I learned this technique through, so Sonu Nigam is one person when I really like his voice, and Balasubramaniam, the bass voice. Although in classical music so this was also something very abstract. People used to say bass se gao. I never knew what is the bass and what is all that, so they never explained it. So, and out there you will get a guru who will never explain you will because they are all teaching the people who are already on that level, so they will never explain anything. So there's a bass segao. So bass, so when I started reading and I started listening to these two people, and of course Shankar Mahadevan, like my all time, voice experts people. These three people, I always used to listen to them, and I used to read their blogs as well. I don't know now if it's on the net, but it was there. So then I started practicing what they said about. So then I came to know, okay, this is something which I can integrate, and then I started explaining into so this gut voice, diaphragmatic breathing. Diaphragmatic breathing I read in Om Swami's book. I told you that. So this was my experience. So that's why when I teach people, I said, okay, you have to take the stomach in, but stomach in while inhalation. Normally in inhalation we we just expand the stomach, but here this is my experience. But when they say no, we do differently, so I said yes, you can try differently, this works for me, and this is where I have read that. And if you think your voice is still not extending the breath, then you can try contracting the stomach while inhalation, and vice versa, exhalation expanding the. So this is what I learned through. But here when I tell people, this is kind of a very wonderful stage for me, that like I said, when I explain this to Shobha ji, and then she writes it on the group. So it's a very beautiful journey altogether, because when you explain something, you get questions. I got question from Shruti as well, that I never sense anything. It was a very interesting question for me, because that was the question for me back then, that I'm never sensing anything. Why? What are they trying to say? What are they like I just told you. So this was it's a beautiful journey for me, because every one of you are internalizing things and giving back to me, especially Shobha ji. Shobha ji, it's like this is my thing and then she gives back to me, putting it into a very explanatory manner, that even I don't look things in this manner. So this is a very beautiful, this is my second batch. And why I'm enjoying this batch, because she's there. So I'm very, very grateful to her. And secondly, you guys are really like asking questions, and you all are really going into that. So like Shruti just informed that there is a workshop, so it was interesting to know. And you guys, it's like, it's beautiful journey to know that you are not just have joined the course just to skill yourself, or just to know what is it all about. Let's see, let's explore. No, all are a deep divers over here. And this is a beautiful, that's why I'm really thankful and really very, very grateful to all of you, to all of you for this attitude. And I wanted to ask, so when you ask questions, when you tell something about it, like Harini ji said, that I learned so much from everybody else also. So I then it just clicked my mind. We can have people guiding each other, like anything, it just came into my mind. So all this is very, very beneficial for us, to get the ideas what we can do more, and to how we can integrate it to in others service, helping other people and designing things. Because you guys I'm glad to say, you are on a very good level. If you are asking, if you are talking, if you are sharing your experiences, so you are on a very, very beautiful level. Because this exploration is a very beautiful level. You are not bound into certain belief systems. No, I want this, I want that. Yes, for learning and teaching, we have to structure something. But in this course and for you all, we don't get into belief systems. Then only we enjoy. This is actually the power of music, and this is the power of this course. Enjoy. Whoever has joined me individually also, so when they say, no, I'm not sensing anything, no, this, I just say, Kyuki, just enjoy that particular area from where you are singing. That is actually something. And why I say effortless singing, so that you enjoy more. Because when you go into the level of, effortlessness, you are breathing more. And you're singing more songs. I want to keep this workshop also in other segments, that if you are singing any damn thing, anything, so if you're just bringing all these techniques to that, are you able to do that? And what are you think, or what are you feeling? Because right now we are on a certain level, but we have to go design the things for the common people as well, who have a certain kind of a mindset, who don't want to do all this. And there are people like this. So we all have to think how simply we can just put, like, this is story which Shobhaji just narrated initially, Soul Forest for the earth. So I had a lot of ideas. Oh, what can I do about it? What can we do about it? So we all are in that level to think. And thank you so much for giving me such a good journey. I don't know how much you are benefiting, but I'm really benefiting a lot. And thank you, Shobhaji, and thank you everyone for this journey. Thank you.
Thank you, Shambhavi, for sharing so beautifully. I think it's one thing to say that we all learn from each other, but it's one thing to experience that we all learn from each other. Because saying is one thing, but when you go a little bit beyond and say, this is what I am learning, like whether Shambhavi said, or I said, or Shruti said, or any of you said, like, already, like Neha is already practicing certain things. Still, this course has given her something. And I think the most beautiful thing is, as Shambhavi said, we have all come together, and somehow it feels like, all of us are here together. It's not like one is going in this direction, one is going in that direction. It's not like that. It's kind of that togetherness feeling can create so much energy for each other. I think that is the main effect of this course, the togetherness. Yeah, so thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Shobhaji. Yes.
Yes, Shruti.
I just want to share one more thing, which is, given you said that today will be a sharing session, so initially, and then you shared, Shobha ma'am, you shared your note. And for me, it was like, I don't have anything like this to share. I don't have so many things. I haven't done this kind of research that ma'am has done. So somewhere there was a pressure, how like in school, for if there is an assignment or there is a presentation, there would be a pressure. And so somewhere, for me, it was like at night, should I spend some time and do some research? So I also have some links, something to share. And then somewhere, maybe again, this is coming from the workshop that I came from, and I was like, no, I don't need to compare. I think that so there was a feeling of being grounded and not having to compare. And like my experience can be my raw experience. I am still not there. It's been few days that I've been able to feel something, and that's okay. I don't have to have, oh, I have done this for 2 weeks when I have not actually. So that whole drive to look perfect or look like
True.
somebody else, or like you just said,
Completely resonate.
comparison or competitiveness sort of. Yeah,
I
I think
completely
that,
resonate.
so that made
Completely.
it so special to be able to share without having that whole pressure and share it just the way it was for me. So thank you for giving that space also, for allowing for that.
Very
Yeah,
beautiful.
that goes to Shobhaji.
No, no,
She
it
decided
goes to,
on.
everyone. But I think that's so beautiful, Shruti. And I think at some level, every one of us
Yeah.
have experienced what it means to compete, what it means to be in a space of competition. We have all experienced, and so that allowing is what. That's why I specifically mentioned that allow word, right? So, and then uh, something came into my mind. I just
Actually,
regarding
it really goes with what you were saying, that, you actually gave words to my feeling, which was that we are only providing a map. The terrain is yours.
yes,
Yeah.
So then it can be expressed in any which way. It doesn't have to fit in, you
exactly.
know. So, in fact, yesterday, that is what was coming to me, that okay, I don't have links, but then I started seeing, okay, since the beginning of the course, what has altered, what are things that I have. And then I realized, okay, how it has opened up for me is different from what you have shared, but I can still take pointers. You explored it online, you saw links, you went deeper into certain things. For me, it has showed in different ways. Like going for this workshop, also, I could relate. Okay, this is also linked in some way. So I could also allow myself that space.
Completely resonate.
Completely.
Completely resonate. Even that, like you said, comparison. No? So when you go worldly, some thoughts come, and then you again come down, and then you again, okay, it's okay. So this
Now I have
particular.
something which is worrying me right now. So I'm just putting it out. Okay. Which is like you said there's a final presentation that we have to do. Right now, if I just look, we've completed module 1. I don't know if I can connect it to the theme that I have picked, and somewhere I also feel I don't want the pressure to. What I have picked is, connecting our music therapy to hormonal balances, to the chakras. Now, how do I have to show that some hormonal changes have taken place? What if this leads me to some, exploring some other spaces that I have not so far? So I wanted to just put this out, that versus sort of it having to somehow connect to that.
Yeah, for me, I think just allow, the connection is going to happen.
Oh. So just allow,
Just
don't.
allow.
Okay.
Just allow.
Surrender.
Like I don't see it right now. Right now,
Yeah,
after the end of module 1, I don't see any. I
if
mean,
you,
there are other spaces which have opened up, but if you ask me to connect to that, I
it will happen. It will happen, and don't stick it to three months timeline. at the end of the presentation, if the connection doesn't happen, it still is fine. Like whatever you want, it's fine. But allow, the connection is going to happen. Nothing is disconnected in this world.
That is
And
what we call power to surrender. Like,
Because I don't want to force fit stuff. That
we
was
shouldn't.
yeah.
We
Perfect.
shouldn't.
Thank you. Thank you for that, ma'am.
so thank you so much. And Shambhavi, is there anything else? Or we are already like...
I want to express one more thing, like thank you Shobha ji for taking up the messaging thing, because sometime I miss. I am always doing something. I'm like trapped in the family and the work and everything. So thank you so much for that. And thank you everyone for for replying on the messages. This is what I wanted to express, one thing, because I'm very bad at expressing, and like Shruti just said, that she puts words to what we are thinking. It happens to me also, that whatever I have to say, she puts the word over there very connectingly. So thank you so much for that, and that's why I always want her to write something. So thank you for that. And in the coming days, because I really feel I come to know you all. I want everyone to guide each other, and whatever the questions are coming or something, so you all can help out each other in certain ways. So in the coming modules and other, because maybe in the next batch you will be invited to take over certain, so maybe in the next, so because you have done this batch. So why we are trying this? Because so that we will be connected anyways to do something more. We are not only limited to this particular thing, because this is only 3 months, and 3 months are very short to understand each other and to integrate our own learnings. So yeah, thank you so much.
Ma'am, so are you coming up with some other courses related to this music therapy?
Sorry?
Are you coming up with some other courses related to the same topic?
Topic wise, I don't know, like I have courses, but in like autism and for the pregnancy, so like I have certain courses and which I'm trying to build it up. One thing is there, like voice thing, I'm trying to structurize more, because I get a lot of questions how to do that. So I'm trying to come up with the voice therapy, like not therapy, like let's say dhwani sanskar, voice culture.
You mean voice modulation and things like that?
Voice modulation and how to convert it into the raga swaras,
Okay.
the swarsthanams, because how to convert your body into sounds and not applying it to the chakra. So I'm trying to build it up. I'm still not sure about it.
Okay. Just curious.
Thank you. Anyone? So, Shobha ji, should we?
Yeah, we can wrap up. And should we wrap up now? Or,
Yeah.
thank you so much.
Thank you everyone for joining. And